You're watching Byline Wilmington on CBS 10 WILM. Here's your host, Don Ansell.
Brittany York is Miss North Carolina USA. She's from Wilmington, following in the footsteps of Kristen Dalton, who was Miss North Carolina, 2009, right? Mm-hmm. And then went on to win the Miss USA competition. It's in Vegas again this year?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so you're headed to Vegas in June. Mm-hmm. What do you, some folks tend to, do you think, I'll ask it as a question, that some folks tend to underestimate or misjudge women who participate in events like the Miss USA pageant?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know before I did a pageant, I had my certain mindset about pageant girls. And now that I've actually competed and I know how there's a stereotype that we are just a pretty face, that's all we do. But I have a very high GPA. I'm a pre-veterinary medicine major at one of the best vet schools in the nation. So we're not just a pretty face. And there are tons of girls that have very high expectations for themselves competing in the Miss USA pageant. So how do you look at the pageant as a what? As a opportunity? Sport, absolutely. Yeah. It definitely is an opportunity. I've gotten several scholarship opportunities out of it, job opportunities, fun opportunities. I get to go out to Colorado to hang out with the Air Force Academy up there for their ring dance. I filmed hunting TV
Representing
shows.
Miss North Carolina.
Representing Miss
North Carolina. So you'll do that for a year. You get to travel, meet people. So many opportunities that I never would have gotten if I didn't have this title have come about. But talking about looks, you're very attractive, obviously.
Thank you.
Do you think that's an asset?
It definitely is. It is a beauty pageant when it all comes down to it, and they do want somebody who represents North Carolina. They want, Miss North Carolina USA to go out and people to look at her and be like, wow, I can look up to her, I want to be her. I can't tell you how many little girls, and I love it, send me messages to my Facebook account saying, I want to be just like you someday. And so
do you feel that responsibility?
I do. Yeah. It definitely makes you think about what you do and how you present yourself everywhere you go. Even if I'm not on appearance, if I go somewhere, I've had people recognize me in Sam's Club or walking to my apartment.
Do you like that?
It is. It's fun.
It is? You like that?
It's hard not to enjoy that. But it makes you think about how you're carrying yourself. I try to make sure I look nice wherever I go because people have certain expectations of me when they see me.
You're pre-veterinary med?
I am.
So are you going to do that?
That is the game plan.
Oh, yeah? But if something else came along that
If something else were to come along that was a good opportunity, I would be very open-minded to it. Through Miss USA, if I were to win, even if I just stay a state title holder, I've had modeling opportunities.
Already?
Marketing opportunities, yeah. So I can't imagine how many doors would open up as Miss USA, and I definitely cannot say that I wouldn't take advantage of those opportunities.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to Ashley High School here, and now I go to North Carolina State University in Raleigh.
NC State. Does the idea of celebrity interest you?
I guess it's fun with the opportunities that come along with it, but I wouldn't say that I'm starstruck. I've done appearances with people like Mario Lopez through the USO, and it's just kind of a fun thing with people hanging out. It's not like, oh,
yeah,
wow.
But you like being recognized.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right, so now you're getting ready in June to go to Vegas for the Miss USA pageant. Same coach?
Same coach. I am. I appreciate all of our sponsors, but Gregory Ellenberg is who got me ready for the state competition, so I honestly could not imagine working with anybody else.
I mean, he coached you for Miss North Carolina.
We did it once, so hopefully we can do it again.
And you think there's more that he can contribute to the
definitely.
To this competition for you?
I just met with him and we designed my evening gown together and my interview
So it's going to be made just for you?
It is. He's doing a custom design for me. So, and he works magic.
Now the interview, when you go to the Miss USA pageant, they interview you prior to the broadcast, do they not?
Correct.
You go into a room with all the judges and they fire questions at you?
The interview will not be televised.
Right.
That will be done with the 7 preliminary judges that we'll have. And yeah, they can ask whatever they want to. and I have to be ready and prepared to answer whatever they feel like asking.
And so do you do mock interviews with your coach?
I do. We worked a lot. We did a lot of that getting ready for the state competition. He asked me everything you could possibly manage, and so I was just prepared to be on my toes.
I'm sure you remember the 2009 pageant, the year Kristen Dalton
Yes.
Won the title. There was a huge controversy that dominated the headlines when Miss California, Carrie Prejean, was questioned about same-sex marriage by Perez Hilton. What'd you think about all that?
Honestly, she presented a very well-stated answer, and I think that they should have judged her based on how she answered the question rather than her opinions. You can't judge somebody based on their opinions when you ask them an opinionated question. So she was very...
Do you think that was an appropriate question to ask?
They can ask you anything, and I think that that's fine, but I think that they should have kept in mind that she did present her argument very politically correct. She didn't offend anybody. She basically said that, you know, I just personally don't agree with it, which that's her opinion.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Miss USA pageant requires contestants to have platforms.
Yes.
Yeah. What's
I
your
work
platform?
with the USO of North Carolina, supporting our armed services as well as Special Olympics quite often. We, both of those organizations and I have a very strong relationship. We do a lot together. And I also do a lot for cancer research. I have a Relay for Life walk this Saturday morning before.
Here in Wilmington. Yeah, that's a big event.
So.
Will they introduce you?
They should. So
Yeah.
I believe so.
And all right, so let's talk about your wardrobe. I mean, how much do you have to take to the Miss
Oh my
USA
goodness.
pageant? Yeah?
A lot. I'll probably spend about $500 shipping it out there.
Just shipping
Just
it?
to ship it out there, because I cannot carry all that on the plane.
Right.
Unless I get FedEx to sponsor me, so we're going to work on that one.
Do you actively seek sponsors?
I do. My dad actively encourages me to seek sponsors. So, but yes, I've been looking for people, and people have been very generous and willing to support me and help me out.
We're going to take a short break. We'll come back.
Sounds good.
With Brittany York, who is Miss North Carolina 2011, going to Las Vegas to participate in the Miss USA pageant. Stay with us.